Welcome back to my channel, Sandy Toe Tarot. My name is Laura, and I'm here to do my midweek reading. I decided to do something fun this time. I'm going to do a pick a card again, and the topic is going to be my next relationship. And I'm going to leave it just that open. So whatever comes through, comes through. If I get timing, like when your relationship will come to you, I'll give you that information. I will have some people cards, you know, like personality cards down here. So we'll get some kind of information about what kind of personality your person will have. If I get information about what type of relationship it will be, whether it'll be a serious relationship or just a casual relationship or even just a sexual relationship, I will tell you whatever the cards say. And please keep in mind, I do know that from my analytics that more than 90% of my viewers are women, but I do have some male subscribers too. So I just want to be really mindful of that, and I will try to keep it, you know, I'll try to keep it as general as possible, but sometimes, you know, maybe just because I am a woman, I do kind of start going towards the he kind of thing. So don't read too much into that. Also be aware that I'm talking, when I say masculine and feminine, I'm talking about energies. So you can be a man and be very feminine in your energies, or you can be a woman and be very masculine in your energies. So when I say masculine or feminine, I'm not dealing with sex. We're talking about energies, gender, that kind of thing. Now, some of the readings, it will be very clear that it is a relationship between a man and a woman. Some of the readings, it will not be that clear. It'll show up as gender. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know whatever I see in the cards. All right, so I'm going to choose the pile for this pick a card reading. I will put crystals down as always, so that may help you choose. It doesn't help everybody, but it does help some people. So I will use the crystals again, and just have fun with this, and let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this style of reading, please put that in the comments. Do give the video a thumbs up if you like it. That helps the channel, in addition to letting me know if you actually like this type of reading. If you have not subscribed, please do so, and hit that bell so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. As always, if you know anybody else that would be interested in my videos, please share them with anybody that you would like to. All right, I'm going to get us started on this week's pick a card reading, and the topic is my next relationship. Here we go. Okay, welcome back, y'all. So I have, believe it or not, I have 5 piles down here. I usually just do 3 or 4. But this time, Spirit was moving me to do 5, and I think it's because I have 5 pretty stones that reminded me of relationships. I think relationships are pretty. So here you go. You have 5 piles here, and on pile 1, I have the citrine quartz. On pile 2, I have a rose quartz. These are all rough cut too, by the way, which, you know, that's what relationships are. A little rough and a little pretty. On pile 3, I have an amethyst. On pile 4, I have an aqua aura quartz. And on pile 5, I have the clear quartz crystal. So I have my pile picked out. Now it's time for you guys to pick out the pile that's speaking to you. So again, choose your pile from 1 to 5, and I will put the timestamps in the description box below so that you can go directly to your reading after you've made your choice. Okay, so if you chose pile 1 with the rough cut citrine, these are going to be your messages. This is going to be what's coming for you. What's your next relationship all about? Let's just see. Okay, so for the sacred contract, so these are like the archetypes. We got prostitute, we got gossip, and we got mystic, I'm just going to lay them all out and then we'll talk about what we have here. For the Herbal Tarot, we got Pan, Seven of Pentacles, and Five of Cups. I pulled a Sedona deck and oracle card because I think these cards are fun and I wanted this to be fun. So for this pile 1, we got Oak Creek Canyon, Moving to Another Level. And I also pulled a Sacred Traveler by Denise Lynn. Is it Denise Lynn? Yes. Oracle card, because I think relationships are definitely a journey. So I wanted to see what these had to say. And this card is Impasse, Reflect, and Redirect Your Energy. Okay. Hope you can see all those. I do want everything to be in frame. This is not as important. Okay, so let's start a little bit with the personality. So the prostitute, the light attribute is it accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. The shadow attribute, all of these cards have a light attribute and then a shadow attribute, and that's just like all of our personalities, right? We have a good side and a bad side. So the shadow attribute is places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. For the gossip, we have the light attributes, awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. Shadow attributes, thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. And under the mystic, for the light attributes, it's revels in intimate union with the divine, and shadow attribution is delusional rapport with the divine. So I'm not getting a sex here, but I am getting a gender. It feels like the person that you are going to be in a relationship feels more feminine. And again, you can be a man and have a very feminine, dominant feminine traits, and you can be a woman and have very masculine traits. So we're not talking about sex, we're talking about gender. So when I read this person as a whole, it does read feminine. Women have what is this like called, the oldest profession in the world, prostitute. Women do just have a tendency to learn how to survive by using what they have, using the power that they have within them to survive out in the world. Sometimes, back in the day, now this is not the case anymore, but up until just 50 years ago, 40 years ago even, women were expected to, they were groomed to get married, to find a good mate, to find a man that was going to marry, that was going to take care of them financially. Now, to me, that is a form of prostitution. A lot of people would disagree with that, but it's the same. You're using your power, and in this case, your feminine wiles, to survive in the world. Back then, it was you had to get married because women could not vote, they could not own property, all that kind of stuff. So that was just how they made it in the world. So that's why, to me, this feels a little feminine to me. Women do have a tendency, what woman do you know that doesn't like to get on the phone with their girlfriends or go out for cocktails with their girlfriends and talk about stuff and talk about other people? We do it. We just do it. Good, bad, you can say whatever it is you want to say about it. We just do it. And to me, that means we're more relational. And these are kind of maybe negative terms for these things that are very typical women kind of things. But it does have its light attribute, right? So you awaken the consideration for the feelings of others through talking things out and talking about people. And honoring trust. You honor, whenever you go out with your girlfriends and you tell them something, you respect that they gave you that information and you're not going to do anything bad with it. And then this last one, this is also very... I would like to see some statistics on this. I think men are growing in their spiritual awareness and their spiritual awakening and their connection with the divine. I think men generally tend toward a traditional kind of orthodox type of religion, and women tend more toward the spiritual. Again, these are just generalizations, you guys, okay? And I've realized that I'm doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and apologize for that. But it's like my channel is 90+%, maybe close to 98% female, because women are just into those kinds of things, the esoteric things, the psychics, and the, I think women are more into psychics, by the way, because they all have that, women have that intuition, they're just born with it, that men don't necessarily have. So I think they kind of understand psychic abilities better than men would, just by nature, right? So what we have here is a very, I'm going to call her a very typical woman. She is very grounded, very practical in the fact that she knows that she has to use what she has, whatever that is, to survive in the world. And I'm certainly not saying that she's using her feminine wiles to survive in the world. I'm saying whatever that is. She may have a gift of music. Maybe she can sing. She may have be a good administrative person. So she uses her administrative assistant skills to survive in the world. Whatever the skill is that she has, she's very practical in knowing that she's got to use that to survive in the world. And she kind of accentuates those attributes. She is a very good talker. She's very good at relating to other people. She likes having relationships with other people. She likes going out with her girlfriends, and she likes talking about the people in her life. It interests her. Relationships interest women. The people in their life and what they're doing interests women. So she's just very typical in that particular way. And she also has a spiritual side to her. Not religious, spiritual. So that's just what kind of woman we're dealing with here. Very, I know that's very broad, but this is kind of very broad. To me, this is just like the archetypical woman. So, it may very well be that this pile 1 is for a man out there, or for a someone who is homosexual and identifies as a man looking for someone who is more feminine. Identifies as masculine, looking for someone who's more feminine. Okay, so let's talk about the tarot, because we got a pretty clear picture. This is a pretty typical woman in today's day and age. She's not afraid to work, use her talents to make money. She goes out with her friends, and she's a spiritual person. The Five of Cups is the mourning card. So it talks about a period where you have lost something. Something has been lost. It's usually something that's been lost in the way of relationship. So when that happens, you do go through a period of mourning. The message of the card is there is still something left to be built from. Yes, this relationship is gone, but there's still love left in your life. So if you turn around and look, there's something left to be built from. Now, this can happen inside a relationship, like you're in a relationship and there's been some disillusionment or there's been some problems or something. And this card can indicate that there's something left to build from. So there will be healing in that relationship. But since we're talking about what's coming up in your next relationship, to me, this looks like where you have been and where you come to this relationship from. And it looks like you come to it from a place of you've had a broken heart, and your heart's been broken pretty recently, and you've been in a place of mourning. The Seven of Pentacles is the card of something that you have been working on, and it's the card of being at a natural place to take a break from it, to see maybe if you want to continue doing that or if you want to move into another direction. Now again, this usually, when you're talking about pentacles, you're talking about work. So this usually comes up whenever you've been working hard at something and you kind of want to give up, and you've reached a point where, okay, it's a natural place to take a break and see, do I want to continue this or do I not? Generally speaking, this card says, yes, you will go on and finish it. Okay, so with this coming up in a relationship reading, what it says to me is because you have been dealing with a broken heart, you've been dealing maybe with several broken hearts, like you've been dating for a little while, 5, 10 years or whatever, nothing seems to be working out. The many broken hearts that you've had has kind of weighed you down a little bit, and you've taken a break from it, from dating, because it's like this, something's not right here, I've got to redirect a little bit. So again, this card does, the message of this card is that you will continue dating. You're not done dating forever, right? But you have taken a break from it, and you will go back to it. Okay. So this next card, I love this card in the Herbal Tarot deck. It coincides with the Devil card, the number 15, with the Devil card in the Rider-Waite deck, but it is a very different card. So the Devil card means that you're a little bit stuck, you're bound to some addictions, which can be anything. You can be addicted to a person, you can be addicted to chocolate cake, you know, basically it means you're stuck. The message of this card is, don't forget to have fun. You need to be frivolous. You need to go out and do things just because you want to do them. You need to go dance in the moonlight. Pan, right? I know he's a mythical creature, Pan, but he was just maybe like the boy who didn't want to grow up, like Peter Pan, right? He was just a lot of fun. So this card comes along to remind you that life is supposed to be fun. And I think that your next relationship comes to you from that. It comes to you from getting past this, from deciding, yeah, okay, I've taken a little break here, but it is time for me to move on. It comes to you when you least expect it, when you're out having fun. But this has to come first. You have to get more actively involved in living, and you have to remember that life is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to all be hard work. Don't take it all so seriously. Even the relationships, you've been taking them really seriously, maybe too seriously. Like you've gotten your heart broken a lot. And I used to do this too. Every relationship I would get in, I thought it was the one, right? So I'd get so emotionally invested in those relationships. Well, come to find out, you know, not until after you've broken up or whatever, months later you find out, well, they were seeing somebody else the whole time. They weren't even that invested in you, you know? So even when you go back to dating, and you are going to go back to dating, and I do feel a couple of things like a time frame here. I definitely feel a time frame. But when you do go back to dating, don't forget that it's supposed to be fun. Don't give your heart away so soon. Don't get so emotionally invested up front. Have fun. Have fun with your sexuality. Have fun with dating. Have fun with meeting people, with these women. And again, maybe that's why this is such a generic description of woman, is because maybe it's more than one. Maybe you need to get out there and start dating, but you need to have fun with it. I think your next relationship is certainly not going to be a serious relationship. It's going to be a fun one, what you need. Okay, so we're going to take a look at these oracle cards and see what these mean for relationship. The 9. Okay, so the Oak Creek Canyon. There is an otherworld quality about this canyon. The geology shows the strata of many different areas and times. Maybe it's the entrance to the mother, the beginning of a journey, or maybe an endless journey to other existences. Another part or phase of your life has begun or is about to begin, a rebirth. So that's what I'm saying. You're going to go back to it. You're going to go back to dating. And then on the impasse card, reflect and redirect your energy. It says the sacred traveler wants you to know if you reach an impasse in life, instead of protesting that it's unfair or unwarranted, change your course. Do it quickly and easily. Instead of focusing on what's not working, focus on what can work and what steps are needed to create a different outcome. This is the sign of a sage. The wise one views an obstacle, and if impassable, he immediately steps back and goes a different way. Therein dwells the sage's success. Whatever the obstacle in your life, you have learned what you needed to learn. Now back away and choose a different path. That's perfect. That perfectly sums up what's been happening here. You, through some emotional, hurt emotionally through relationships, have taken a step back. You reached an impasse. It's like, this is not working. So Spirit has asked you, okay, move around it, choose a different path. You took a little bit of a break. So now you're choosing a different path, and you're deciding to just go out and have fun. And when you do that, when you go dance in the moonlight, go remember what it was that you used to do for fun, whatever that may be. We all have things that we like to do for fun. Do you play tennis? Do you get together with people for board games? Do you go out to bars, which, is not always the best. But anyway, go out with your friends, do things, have fun, go roller skating, go ice skating, do whatever it is that you do. And don't worry about this, but this is coming. If you do this, when you get more involved in your life, in living, then you will start dating again. I don't think your next relationship is going to be serious. I don't think it's going to be the one. I think it is going to get you back out there into the world and back into dating. Okay, so timing-wise, what I do see is, let's see. So this is this 15 pan card is the card of Capricorn. So it may be that a Capricorn is going to be the next person that you go out with. It may be that a Capricorn plays into helping you get out there and having fun again. Some Capricorn has something to do with your reading, but it could also be a timing card. And Capricorn season is the end of December, the beginning of January. So I feel like that's when you will be you will meet the next person that you date. You are doing this now. You're going to go out and start having your fun now. But as I said, while you're out doing that and having fun, that's when you're going to meet the next person that you're going to go out with. I don't think it's going to be a serious relationship, but I think it does get you back into dating, which is good. That's what you need. Okay, so that's all I have for pile 1. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Okay, if you chose pile 2 with the rose quartz, these are going to be your messages for your next relationship. What's coming up in your next relationship? Let's see what we can find out here in these cards. So for the sacred contracts, we got Exorcist, Destroyer, and Rescuer. For the Herbal Tarot, we got 4 of them. 4 of Cups, 4 of Swords, the Death card, and the 10 of Cups. All right, so I pulled a Sedona deck card because I think these are kind of fun and they're oracle cards. So you got Boynton Canyon Viewpoints. And I pulled a Sacred Traveler card because I think relationships are a journey. And you got Miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Wow. So let's take a look at these archetypes and see what they mean. The Exorcist is the light attribute. All of these cards have a light attribute and a shadow attribute, just like all of our character traits can be both good and bad, right? So I'll read both of those. I probably won't, well, I'll just read both of them. All right, so the Exorcist, the light attribute is freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. And the shadow attribute is fear of facing your own demons. For the Destroyer, the light attributes are releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. And the shadow attributes are intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. The Rescuer, the light attributes are provides strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. The shadow attributes is assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. Oh. I didn't think about that being a rescuer. In relationships, that can be a problem sometimes if you have the propensity to want to rescue people who are emotionally damaged or wounded. I used to do that too. So that can be a problem. Okay, but of this person, what I'm picking up on is that they are some kind of a firefighter, social worker. I'm getting the firefighter from both of these together, from the rescuing people and then releasing what is destructive. It's someone that's very brave, and I think might have something to do with that kind of helping people get out of bad situations. Could be a social, did I say social worker, psychologist, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses, like an addiction counselor, someone that helps people who have problems, that have destructive behavior. Could be addictions, but could be any number of things too, because we try to destroy ourselves in so many ways. Like sometimes, when we're in a bad place, maybe they suffer from depression or something. But this person that's coming into your life, your next relationship, they're actually the person that helps people with this kind of stuff. Social worker, firefighter, what other kind of, maybe military, maybe psychologist. See if I'm picking up on anything else. Hold on just a second. Coast Guard. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So now if the person that you meet does not have one of those jobs, that doesn't mean it's it's not the person. These are just archetypes. They're just attributes or characteristics that this person has. So they might be the kind of person that wants to rescue people or wants to help people and wants to get them out of dangerous situations and wants to, is really good at relating people so they can counsel people. Could be a counselor, by the way. Preachers counsel people. It just means that they have these attributes. They are not necessarily in those jobs. I'm just saying that kind of person. All right. So let's talk about the relationship itself. What's going on with the relationship? I think it's going to be serious. So here we are. Here's how we start this reading here with these tarot cards. We're at the Four of Cups. Actually, let's do it this way. Because these are both fours. They're almost very similar to each other, right? So the Four of Swords comes along when you're exhausted and you need to take a break. You may be exhausted from dating, like pile one. But you need to practice some self-care. This is like a time of taking care of yourself. So you may have been in a bad relationship, you've come out of it, and you're saying, you know what, I need some time to take care of myself. I need a rest. I need to take a break from dating. Maybe you've just been dating casually and you're not liking the pool. You're not liking the dating pool that you got, right? So you're just saying, okay, I'm going to need to take a rest from this. Okay, so you meet this person. I'm going to say late October, early November. You meet this person. They are going to be offering you something in the way of a relationship. And you're going to be kind of like, I don't know if I want that or not. The Four of Cups is, first of all, it has the hand of divine in it. So God is offering you something in the way of relationship. You have options here. In addition to this fourth cup, you have 3 people down here that are vying for your attention. So there are people that want to date you. You're looking at them and you're like, I don't even know. I'm not feeling it. I can't get the energy up to even agree to go meet any of these people for coffee. So you're already in that state of blah in your dating life. And then here comes this fourth cup. This fourth person comes in and they're offering you something in the way of relationship. And you're still tired. You're like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I want to do it. I'm really just kind of in the blahs when it comes to relationships altogether. I don't know if I have the energy for it. I'm going to have to shave my legs if I go out on a date with you. I'm not sure that I really have the time for that. It's like that kind of place, right? But again, you have to remember about, the thing you remember about the Four of Cups is that it is being offered from the hand of God. So you do have to look at it in that case. You have to at least look at it, right? Well, I think you do. I think in the end, this guy or gal, I'm actually thinking guy, I'm picking up on guy, but that masculine, it doesn't matter, could be guy or gal. I think they talk you into it. I think that in late October, early November, the reason I say that is because this is the major arcana card for Scorpio, and that's Scorpio season. They talk you into it because you have this death card, which means an ending. Death is an ending of a cycle. And I think I said this the other day. You get the death card when a relationship is ending, yes, but you also get the death card when a relationship is beginning, because that's the ending of something. It's the ending of being single. It is the ending of some kind of way of life. Your life is transforming because this person has come into your life. It's the end of this. It's the end of the blah. It's the end of being a little bit stuck, a little bit stagnant in your dating life. So it is a transformation, and the Ten of Cups is very much a fulfilling love life, very much happy in your love life. So once you give in to this guy or this gal, it's gangbusters, y'all. It is a really, really, really good relationship. And if you're into it, and if that's what you want, the Ten of Cups is also the happy family card. So we may be talking big time. We may be talking getting married and having children. This could be someone that you could marry. So as far as zodiac signs, the only one that's actually on the table is the Scorpio. So they might be a Scorpio, or they might just embody those traits. A Scorpio is a water sign, and the water signs are kind of mysterious and emotional, and they're very good at relating, actually. They really pick up on, they really can read people. They know when someone's upset, they know when they're happy, so they're really good with that relating piece of it. All right, let's take a look at these two oracles and see what we got here. So, for this Sedona oracle card, we got Boynton Canyon. Such a special place, sheer rock walls dwarf mere humans with their magnificence. The dimensional walls are thin. Is there someone standing in that ruin? Oh, right here. Is there someone in there? It's very easy to slip from one dimension to another. Pay attention to possibilities or other realities trying to gain your attention. Allow yourself to see and imagine other points of view. So I think that's talking about when this comes along, you're kind of not going to be too into it, but you're going to need to open yourself up. Pay attention to the possibilities of other realities trying to gain your attention. Like I said, there's going to be some people that are vying for your attention, and you're like, ugh. So then another one comes in. Pay attention to that one. Okay, miracles. This is a great card. That's beautiful. So the Sacred Traveler wants you to know what is expected tends to be realized. The more you become aware of the small marvels in your life, the more they will grow in magnitude. And also that's the way out of this blah, is gratitude. Celebrate and cherish them when they appear, no matter how small they may seem. What others see as ordinary, the Sacred Traveler sees as wondrous. Look at your life in a new way. Let go of fear and expectations and allow the Creator to solve your challenges in mysterious and wondrous ways. Don't limit the way you think miracles can appear in your life. All is well. And I agree with that. I think this is a good reading. I think you've got something coming up that might be pretty major. Look for it at the end of October, the beginning of November. I think it might be a significant relationship. Here's the thing. You're going to have to expect miracles in your life. You're going to have to learn to be grateful for everything that you see around you and expect miracles to happen, because you could miss it. If you stay in this, if you stay stuck, if you stay in the blahs, she's very much in danger of missing this fourth cup that is from the hand of God, because she's just in a bad mental space. So do what you can to get out of that bad mental space before you meet this person, because it could be really good. This is the whole deal. This is a happy family card if that's what you want, if you want to get married and have a family. If not, it is a very happy relationship. It's everything that you could wish for in relationship. It's the 10. It is the 10, the ultimate in the relationships. Okay, so that's all I have for pile 2. Until next time, I'm sending you guys lots of light and love. Namaste. Welcome back. So if you picked pile 3 for your pick a card reading with the amethyst, rough cut amethyst, these are going to be your messages for my next relationship. Whatever that comes across as, whatever we find in these cards. So first, we're going to look at the sacred contracts. These are archetypes. This is, I will try to, you got 4 of them actually. So I will read about these archetypes, and then we'll try to piece together who this person might be. So what we got is engineer, addict, athlete, and slave. What a mixed bag here. All right, for the Herbal Tarot cards, we got the 3 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, the Strength card, and the Magician. I pulled a couple of Oracle cards. So for the Sedona deck, you got Desert Spirit, Love from Creator. And I pulled a Sacred Traveler card because love is a journey, right? You got In the Flow, Everything is Smooth Sailing. I love this card. It reminds me of Christmas. Oh, okay. That might be a timing thing. Christmas. We'll see. Let's see how this plays out. All right, so for these cards, I'm going to read you the light attributes and the shadow attribute. Everybody, just like every personality trait that everybody has, there's a good side to it and there is a bad side to it. So this card gives you both. So I'll read these. For the engineer, the light attributes are ability to give creative energy a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. Shadow attribute is reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. Okay, addict. The light attribute is helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. The shadow attribute compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. Athlete. The light attributes are dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. Shadow attributes are misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability, and entitlement. On the slave, the light attribute is surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. The shadow attribute is giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. So this is the first time I've thought of this in this way. You never know what's going to happen when you read these cards. I'm going to get some clarifiers to see if this is true. I feel like this is the masculine and this is the feminine. I feel like this is the person that you're meeting. I feel like this is you. You know what? I'm taking that back. Okay. This is really the first time I've ever done this. Okay. I don't know what your sex is, but I'm reading this masculine and feminine. Like I said, I've done 2 of these readings so far. I have not split them up this way. I'm just feeling that this is the way it is. This is the masculine energy. This is the feminine energy. Now, regardless if you are male or female, men can come across as very feminine. Women can come across as very masculine. We all have both of those, by the way, in us. People tell me I'm very masculine a lot of times. So don't read too much into this. This, to me, the reading is my next relationship, and I was very general. I just said, tell me about pile 3's next relationship. So this is your relationship, whichever one of these you are. I don't know which one of these you are, but this is the masculine energy and this is the feminine energy. It's that yin yang principle thing. I've noticed that even in homosexual relationships, there's a masculine and there's a feminine. It's just the way it is. Save your no, I'm just kidding. You can comment on that. I mean, you may have different opinions about that. Everybody has different opinions, right? So, this is your next relationship. You've got this very level-headed person over here, very much an engineer type. This is very masculine, you guys. Very athletic, very engineer, very analytical. Uses his mind to solve problems. Very strong physically. Archetypical masculine person. Coming across as the magician also, as the master manifester. Like he has everything at his disposal that he needs to manifest anything that he needs in his life. If he needs people, he has the cup here that's saying the relationships that he needs will come to him. If he needs money, he has that. Pentacles says that. If he needs clarity of thought, that's going to come to him whenever he needs that. He's going to be able to make the best decisions when he needs to. He's going to have, the wand says he's going to have energy that he needs to do it, creative ideas, whatever it is. This guy is in the space of the magician right now. Or when you meet him, he will be in the space of the magician. And he will be in a position to manifest pretty much anything in his life that he wants to, but he will also be in this space. To me, he probably has an interest in the law of attraction. He is living this life right now. Like he may, he's just a very logical person by nature. He is an athletic person. Maybe he enjoys sports, maybe to play sports. But I think he's in a space of manifesting. Okay. I feel like this is the feminine, and I feel like the feminine in the relationship, whichever one that Either this is you and that's him, or that's you and that's her. So the feminine in this relationship, I feel like, is struggling with some addiction. However, she also sees it, she knows. And is maybe even dealing with that, because she's coming from a place of strength, and this is very much a feminine strength. This is tact and diplomacy. It's an inner strength that you have to conjure up whenever you're going through something like this, which makes me think that there is some kind of an addiction that she's dealing with. However, she is not addicted. When she meets this guy, she is maybe in recovery, or has gone through all that, has gone through that process. But that is a big part of her, because she has come out on the other side. She's very strong. So that is a big part of who she is. And I think that she, I'm not sure I like the name for this archetype, slave. Surrendering your power of choice to divine with complete trust. That's one of the steps in this 12-step program, that you have to surrender to a higher power. I do feel like this person is pretty kind of past, you know, the hard part of it. I feel like she has already, and I say the feminine again, she has already done this. She's already surrendered to a higher power, and is standing in her strength. She's very strong. She's a very, very, very strong person. And he's manifesting. So this is just where you guys are at in your life when you meet each other. So we got 2 cards down here. And I'm going to pull another one on that. Okay, so when we're talking about, okay, so we've got information here on who you guys are. Let's look a little bit at your relationship, like when you meet and what's going to happen, how it's going to play out, that kind of thing. So I'm going to get a little bit of clarification here on what the relationship part of it. We got the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. So what else when you guys meet? What else? What happens? Relationship. What happens? I'm just so interested in this story. What's going to happen? Is that it? What else? What else? What else? What else? Tell us what happens in this story. Okay. Wow. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I do want to tell you that you will get together with this person, and it is interesting. All right. This is not, as happens so many times in relationships, this is not a clean story, okay? I feel like, okay, the 3 of Swords can be the card of heartbreak, but it can also be the card of third-party situations. With that coming out with this 5 of Wands, which is the card for competition, I feel like there's going to be a third party in this situation. There's going to be competition for someone's affection. Either this man is seeing another woman too when he meets you, or this woman is seeing another man when he meets her. Someone's seeing somebody else, and actually it could be both of them. They could both be involved with other people when they meet. But I do think they're going to end those relationships. Whoever's involved with somebody else, and again, could be both of them, I think they're going to end that relationship. I think it's not a good relationship. They're kind of done with it. They're definitely done with it. You got the 10 of Wands here. It's over, but maybe having a hard time extricating themselves from the relationship. But tens and endings are beginnings at the same time. So when you meet this person, when you guys meet, whoever's meeting who, one or both of you are going to get out of your relationship. You're going to end it because it's not good. It hasn't been good for a long time. You probably should have already gotten out of it, but for whatever reason you didn't want to. I do feel like there's a third party situation. One or both of you are seeing somebody else. Okay, so then when you do meet each other, you are really excited. The Knight of Wands is, Knights are always bringing new things into your life. They're bringing something into your life. The Wands is a card of adventure, fun, creativity, vitality, good news, good things, moving forward, definitely moving forward. Wands in relationship readings are sex. They're it's that passion, sexual kind of energy. I think this relationship is coming. I think it's going to light you on fire. I think you're going to be very excited about it, and I think you're absolutely going to want to move forward with it. And I think because it reminds you of something back here. It reminds you of something. I don't think it's someone you know. Honestly, I'm not picking up that it's someone you've known in your past. It's not someone from your childhood. I think it reminds you of something in your childhood, back before all the problems start. I think these might be older people. It's like this person has definitely been through something. And by the way, congratulations. You have worked hard, and I am very proud of you for getting through this and getting past this and coming out on the other side like this. Strong, solid. Wow. Good for you. This person is kind of opening up to a new way of seeing things with the law of attraction and that kind of stuff. I feel like that's new for that person. They've been pretty traditional, pretty staid in their approach to life, very practical, masculine, kind of logical problem solving and things. I think they're opening up to new possibilities, bigger kind of spiritual possibilities and looking at the cosmos in a different way. So both of these people have really been through a lot. And I like where they're at. I really do. I feel like there's some relationship messiness that needs to be cleaned up. But you're going to want to go with this because it's very exciting for one thing, but it reminds you of something that you wanted in a relationship a long time ago when you were still young and innocent and sweet. And that's kind of cool. I'm going to leave that there. Wow, that's an interesting story, you guys. But I am going to read your oracles. Desert spirit, love from creator. The beauty and spirit of the desert is everywhere, in the plants, rocks, and in the air. Open and allow the love from spirit to enter your heart and your life. Take love with you to share with others on your journey on this beautiful planet. You guys are flying high, man. Seriously, this takes you to another dimension, this relationship, when you meet this person. This is exciting. This is an exciting relationship right here. Okay, so in the flow, The Sacred Traveler wants you to know it's not always easy to let go of the shore. However, this card is urging you to take a risk and let go. When you are truly in the flow, you don't need to push or exert effort to make things happen. You can flow around any obstacle. If there is a situation in your life that isn't falling into place, let it go. It's not the right time. When you're in a state of flow, you aren't pushing the river to go faster and you aren't swimming against it. You just enjoy the ride. If you aren't feeling the smooth current of life, it might mean that you're trying to control situations in your life or you're being self-critical or judgmental. The way to move into flow is through gratitude and appreciation and by allowing others and spirit to support and help you. Again, when this happens, I think there's a lot of stuff going on, maybe other relationships going on. I think you're just going to have to let this flow. I think it's going to have to come naturally, and I think it will come naturally. I think there's going to be a lot to work through here. This is not coming together and just everything just being a breeze. Like I said, these are some older people. They have some other obligations going on, but they are definitely going for this relationship because it just feels so good to them, and it feels like love is in the air. It's divine. It's from the divine. So they're definitely going to go for this. Again, Christmas time as a timing, maybe for some of you. Other timings that we might have here, sometimes this is a timing, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. I'm sorry, did I say 3 years? That would be a long time. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. So September, October, November, December, that puts us around Christmas time. What else do I see here? Interesting enough, even with all these cards, you got a couple of energies. There's a lot of wands here, so maybe there's fire energy. This is not a particular zodiac sign, but can sometimes mean fire. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then this is the card for Leo, the major arcana card for Leo. So maybe that's fire, Leo. But as far as zodiac signs, that's really all I see, fire and Leo. And that just, may mean that person has those character traits. And like fire signs are very passionate, very adventurous, action-oriented. So maybe they just act like that. I'm going to leave that there for pile threes. Wow, I enjoyed that. Thank you for taking me down that road. That was a good reading. Okay, so until next time, I'm sending you guys lots of light and love. Namaste. Okay, pile fours. These are going to be your messages for the pick a card topic, my next relationship. The pile four had the aqua aura quartz on it. So I will start with the Sacred Contracts cards. These are just archetypes, so we'll pull it all together and see if we can kind of get a picture of who this person is. But let's start with the archetypes. Poet, Advocate, and Hero, Heroine. All right, so the Herbal Tarot, we got Queen of Pentacles, Justice, and Suspended Person. I pulled Sedona Oracle card and the Sacred Traveler because relationships are a journey, right? And for the Sacred Traveler, we got Stepping into Power. You are strong beyond measure. And for the Sedona Oracle, we got two. Sugarloaf, Allow Love, and Night Sky, Hope and Guidance. Okay, so this is your next relationship. So let's talk about this person. So these sacred contract archetypes have a light attribute and a shadow attribute. Just like any personality trait that you have, there's a good side, there's a good part about it, and there's a bad part about it. Like, it could be used for good or it could be used for evil. So just take that for what it's worth. On the hero heroine, we got passion for a journey of personal empowerment on the light attribute, and escapism and a false sense of heroism on a shadow attribute. On the advocate, we got inspires you to put compassion into action on the light attribute, and on the shadow attribute, embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. And on the poet, the light attribute is expresses soul insights in symbolic language. And the shadow attribute is turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. Okay, this is an artist for sure. This is a very nice person, actually, seems like. What do you call that? Environmentalist. Advocate for the planet. Wants to save people, wants to save the planet, wants to save animals, some kind of activist, some kind of social worker, some kind of, this is a Peace Corps kind of person, very sensitive, very good with the words. Could be, when you say poetry, it could be writing music, could be writing lyrics to music, it could be writing other things, but they just have that gift of expressing what is in their soul through the word, through the written word, or through language. Doesn't have to be the written word, right? It can be language, which means it can be music. They're a musician, they're an environmentalist. I hate to say they're a hippie, but they seem a little bit like a hippie to me. Maybe a little bit hippie trippy, but basically just a very good person. Wants to save the world. What's wrong with that? I'm gonna actually leave it at that. I'm not, in the other readings I kind of picked up on, this feels more masculine, this feels more feminine. I feel like this could be either. It could be a man or a woman. They could have a masculine energy or a feminine energy. I'm not feeling either way on that. But let's take a look at these tarot cards and talk about the actual relationship itself. Stepping into power. Allow love. Okay, so the suspended person is very similar to the Hangman in the Rider-Waite tarot deck. It is just about taking a time out and being in suspended animation. Nothing's happening, right? You're taking a break from all activities. A lot of times that's to look at things from a different perspective. This is not the time out like the Four of Wands, which means you're a little tired and you need to take a break. You need to take care of yourself. This is a bigger time out. Like, you've been here for a bit of time. Sometimes this card can say, you've been here, okay, it's time to get down. You've been here a little too long. But it is just taking a time out to think about things from a different perspective and not having any activity. Because this is a love reading, it tells me that you've kind of been here when it comes to romance. Like, you've just kind of taken a time out from dating for whatever reason. Could be anything. The Justice card is, first of all, the major arcana card for Libra. So this could be a timing thing. Libra season is the end of September and the beginning of October. So this may be something that's coming, in the next month-ish or 2 months. But when the Justice card appears in your reading, it's, first of all, you may be being judged by somebody. That's one of the meanings of the card. It could also have an actual literal justice meaning, like the legal system. It can mean karmic justice, but If you notice the balance here, and that's really very much a Libra trait too. They're always trying to balance things. They can see both sides of any situation. So the meaning of the card a lot of time is you need to make you need to weigh a bunch of factors to make an informed decision when this card shows up. This card is a person card. It is a Queen of Pentacles, which for me is an Aquarius card. It is a practical queen. It is one that has everything that she needs. She's got the earthly plane mastered for sure, but she's very practical. She's like the person that you would go to for advice about something because she's just got good common sense, you know. A little bit like the Empress card, which is like the Earth Mother kind of person, which kind of goes into this, feeds into this almost like, I keep wanting to say hippie, and I know it's a derogatory term for a lot of people. So I don't, what is the new term for someone that is really, you know, they're into the organic stuff, they're into everything being as natural as it can possibly be, self-sustaining. They want to be self-sustaining. They have a garden in their backyard because they want to make sure that their crops don't have a bunch of pesticides. It's that kind of person. Very in tune with the earth mother. I'm kind of picking up that this is kind of a continuation of who this person is. Now, again, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a woman. It could be a man that's just got those earthy attributes. If it is a man, actually, there's a masculine side to the earthy kind of things, and that is like money. They're very good at jobs. They're very good at making a living. They're very good in finance, that kind of thing. So here's what I'm thinking about your next relationship, because that is the question, like your next relationship. What's coming up with your next relationship? I think this person is presenting themselves to you. I think that you have been stuck in a state of suspended animation for a very long time when it comes to dating and relationships and that kind of thing. And when they come, you're going to be weighing this very seriously. I'm scared for you. I'm not going to lie. I think you might miss out on this relationship because you take a little bit too long to weigh it. I think you're having trouble coming out of this. I haven't even pulled these yet, but I'm going to get a clarifier on that. Suspended person card. I got these all messed up. Hold on. So either way, Libra, Aquarius, that's very much air energy going on here. So this person, your next relationship that is going to present itself to you, whether you have the guts to go for it or not, has a very, very air quality, which is the air signs are, first of all, they're Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. They're very idealistic. They're very mental. They're very intelligent. They're a lot in their head, you know. What else about air signs? They're very communicative too. So can I get a clarifier on this suspended person here? And one for the Justice, please. Just one. Let's not get carried away. Can I get a clarifier on the Justice card, please? Okay, thank you. All right, I might have to have one more. I don't. But one more for the Justice card, please. All right. Okay, here we go. So this is kind of a suspended animation, kind of you are taking a break from relationships and those kind of things. This is the card of, it is a card of having everything that you need, right? Especially in material things, you have everything you need in the way of food, clothing, shelter. You may even be in a place of abundance when it comes to material things. But it is also a card of being alone. A lot of times this is a woman alone, but I'm not going to do too much gender with this one. I'm not feeling it too much. I'm leaning towards, well, I'm not going to say. It can go either way. Male, female, it can go either way. But it is the card of, if you notice, she is looking a little bit wistfully at this bird. And it's almost like a little bit of something is missing. And this is the card of being alone. Something is missing. You do want a relationship. You're kind of a little bit stuck in the place of, I'm okay by myself. I don't really need one. So when I say I'm a little bit scared for you about this, I am a little bit scared and I hate to say scared. I do feel like if an opportunity comes along for a relationship with someone and you do pass it up, it doesn't mean it's the last opportunity you're ever going to have, but I do wonder why you're so stuck in this place. You will, when you meet this person, when he comes into your life, you'll be weighing it very carefully, and you will definitely think about it. You'll be up nights thinking about it. This is the card of anxiety. You'll very much be wondering, weighing the options and considering should you or should you not pursue this person. Major Arcana card for Leo, so we could be dealing with fire energy here. Also the card of inner strength. This is a card of tact and diplomacy. It's not a card of brute strength. It's a card of using your inner strength. And that's how you're going to make this decision, that you're going to have to weigh very carefully whether it's worth pursuing this relationship or not. It's going to be up to you guys individually. I cannot answer this for you at all. I certainly can't see from these cards which way that's going to go. So interesting that you got the strength card here and you got the stepping into your power card here. You're strong beyond measure. It's like maybe you're kind of concerned. Maybe you don't think this. Maybe you don't think you're strong enough to do this again. Have you had some bad relationships that have really, really done a number on you? It happens, right? So much so that you're not, that you've taken a huge break from it, not like a little rest from it, but a huge break from it, and you're kind of getting really comfortable on your own. It's kind of like, I'm okay on my own. These cards are saying you are strong enough to do this, to see where this goes if you want to. But that's going to be up to you. I'm going to read these out of the book here. Sugarloaf, allow love. Here we go. The giant loaf shape of smooth red rock rising from the surrounding rock and juniper has a gentle, softly pulsing heart energy. Allow it to gently wrap around you and fill you. Remember and appreciate all the soft, gentle energies that surround you in your life. Allow yourself to be loved and to accept love. I don't think I have to clarify that for you guys. I think we know which way the universe is trying to push you in this situation. All right, night sky. It's not that there are more stars in the Sedona night sky. You just see them more clearly here. It's the most spectacular view anywhere. Look off into the heavens for hope and renewal. Give thanks to the Creator for such breathtaking beauty and for the tiniest twinkling lights we see in our darkest hours that give us hope and guide us on our path. Okay, so look to the night sky. Dare to dream. Look at the stars. When you look up at the stars at night, all those stars are twinkling. Hopefully you're out in the country so you can see them. What are you hoping for? What are you dreaming for? I think this is going to be 50-50. I think that you are going to be offered an opportunity in a new relationship that kind of seems kind of sweet. This person seems kind of like a sweet person. I'm sure, you know, like all relationships, they'll be good and they'll be bad. It's going to be hard for you to take this risk. And it's going to be hard for you to come out of this. You're getting a little comfortable being on your own. And you've got a lot. You have a lot to be grateful for. There's no doubt about it. But the universe is maybe asking you to consider allowing love into your life. And that it might make life even greater. Might make it even better. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I'm starting to sound like a mother. That's all I have for pile 4. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Welcome back. If you chose pile 5 with the clear quartz crystal, these are going to be your messages for the pick a card reading with the topic, my next relationship, whatever that means. Okay. So we're going to talk about these sacred contracts cards first. They are archetypes, so they talk a little bit about personality traits, right? So we got the Samaritan, the Hermit, the Avenger, and the Lover. Nice. For the Herbal Tarot, wow, okay, so you got 4 of these cards, which I've been pulling 3 for most people, and you got 5 tarot. So something's up with pile 5 for sure. Got the Ace of Wands, the King of Swords, the 8 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands. Okay, so I pulled some oracle cards. I got from the Sedona deck. We've got Sun, Joy, and Healing. And from the Sacred Traveler, I pulled an oracle card because love is a journey, right? Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. Well, it looked so good. And then you got this card. What's that about? We shall see. All right, I'm going to look at these sacred contract cards. Each one of them have a light attribute and a shadow attribute, just like all of our personality traits. There's a good side to it and a bad side to it. Anything can be used for good or for evil, right? So let's start with the Lover. The light attributes are great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of something or someone. Shadow attributes are obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. The Avenger, the light attributes, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Shadow attribute, resorting to violence in the name of a cause. The Hermit, the light attributes, seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. The shadow attributes, withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgment of others, refusing to help those in need. And for the Samaritan, the light attribute refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. And shadow attribute, exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. Okay. They're actually, so I don't usually read these cards like zodiac signs, but there are a couple here that just really popped out at me as reminded me of zodiac signs. One was the Avenger, which reminds me very much of the Libra. The King of Swords is also a Libra card, and it said, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. That's very much, the Justice card is the major arcana card for the Libra. So I'm picking up on Libra energy. With the Hermit card here, I'm picking up on Virgo energy. Seek solitude to focus intently on inner life. Serves personal creativity. The Hermit card in the major arcana cards of the tarot is the card for Virgo. So I'm just picking up on those, so I wanted to throw those out there. And those, as far as people cards, the Libra is the only one actually that's here. So we got Libra, Libra, Virgo. Now, that does not necessarily mean that you're dealing with a Virgo or a Libra. It just means they might have those attributes of those signs. So Libra is an air sign, and air signs are communicative, they're idealistic, and they're intelligent, they're like all in their head. The Virgos are, that's an earth sign, and Virgos are very grounded, they're very practical people, they're very stable people. So maybe this person that you're going to meet just has those two traits or whatever, but they could also be a Virgo or a Libra. So let's see if we can piece together who this person is with all these attributes here. Samaritan, Hermit, Lover, Passionate. See, that's fire. That's fire. Maybe a fire sign too. Well, let's just go with the obvious. I think this person is a good lover. I think that they may be some kind of policeman, maybe some kind of military person. They like to balance, maybe a actual judge, maybe in the legal system. They like to balance the scales of justice and righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Could be a journalist. Journalists are always looking for the truth. We're talking about, conscientious journalists, not what people that pass for journalists today. This seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life. Could be a spiritual person, serves personal creativity. Could be an artist that escapes from the world to do their art. Could be a writer that escapes from the world to write. Might go along with that journalist thing. But in any case, at least they have an inner life. Some people are not that deep. This is a deep person. And then Samaritan is they like to help people, which is nice. They like to help people that other people might ignore ordinarily, which kind of goes back to the journalists, giving a voice to the voiceless kind of thing. So those are just things that I'm picking up on. Now, it may just be that the person it's not necessarily a journalist, not necessarily a spiritual leader, not necessarily a great lover, although we hope so, right? But they have great passion and devotion, which is cool. Okay, so it might be that they just have these personality traits. It's not necessarily any of that stuff. It's just that they have these personality traits. A little bit of a loner, likes to fight for justice, believes in justice, believes in things being fair, is a kind person, and is a good lover. Wow. You hit the jackpot, pile 5. Okay, so let's talk about this relationship. What's happening in the relationship? feel again like this is character traits. This is the sign of Libra. If it's not a Libra, it's an older gentleman who is very much a person of integrity. They have the sword of truth. It's an air sign. So they would be someone that's very intelligent. They would be someone that's communicative. They would be someone that's idealistic, that believes in right and fighting for what is right. I'm actually going to put this up here. I feel like it's a character trait. I don't think it says anything about the relationship. I think this is what we're talking about when we're looking at the relationship here. Okay. This comes in fast, like gangbusters. You are not expecting this at all. This is unexpected good news, unexpected new energy, unexpected new vitality, unexpected creative ideas, unexpected movement. It's very fast. It's coming in at you very fast. In 8 weeks, I don't know. In 8 days, I don't know. It's coming at you very fast. So fast that when you meet this person, you're losing your equilibrium a little bit. You're like, oh my gosh, I got to be, this is a lot of fire. This is passion. This is quick. This is fire. This is moving forward. You're losing your equilibrium a little bit over this. You're having to weigh things. It's like, oh my gosh, I have all this, but this has come in and it's so amazing, and I'm just juggling all of this. And it's a bit to juggle. It's fast, it's passionate, it's fiery. So here's the cool thing. So this relationship comes at you very fast. It seems to be a really cool person. You like this person. So much so that you are looking at you are willing to look at a new life. You're actually looking at a new life. This is the card for a new life. The Ace of Wands, the literal meaning for it is a new life. You're willing to look out on the world and see where you're going to go. You might move for this person. You might move overseas. You might move to another country. There's a lot of adventure here, you guys. There's a lot of adventure. There's a whole new life. But you are going to lose your equilibrium for a minute, and you're going to have to make some decisions, and you're going to have to balance, keep your balance. Do your yoga, meditate. Do what you need to do to stay zen as you're going through this, even though it's a hugely exciting time. But you are going out into the world with this person to start a new life, and it looks like it's a very adventurous life. I don't know what to say about that. What's better than that, you guys? I want pile 5. I'm claiming this reading as my own. Timing here. There's timing here. Ace of Wands is autumn. This is September. We're getting really close to autumn. September. Hermit. Virgo, the end of August, 1st of September. Libra, the end of September, beginning of October, autumn. This is happening fast, you guys. This is coming to you guys in the next few weeks. How exciting is that? 8 weeks? 3 weeks? September, October, November? Very, very soon, y'all. I'm actually going to say September. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say September, October in Virgo season or Libra season. It could go to November because this is the card of fall, so it could go to mid-November. But it's coming at y'all fast. How exciting is that? All right. The Sun card. There is no other light like desert sunlight. The clarity of desert light is found few other places. Depending on how high in the sky, the sun can be strong enough to burn or gentle enough to simply warm the soul. Joy, clear vision, warmth, and healing is on the way. That just speaks for itself. This is going to be an amazing relationship, you guys. And it's going to be very healing for you. It's going to bring you lots of joy. So, this is the only card that's a little bit tricky. I'm kind of curious. Tread thoughtfully. Narrow pathway. You got all this action and this movement and it's like going forward and passion, and there's lots of sex here too, sexual energy. So then you get this card, narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. The sacred traveler wants you to know when the path becomes narrow, success will ensue if you go slowly and carefully. The traveler takes one step at a time, deliberately and cautiously. No detail of the path is overlooked. Keep your focus on the steps ahead. Do not get ahead of yourself. Breathe, relax. You will be able to achieve what others have not if you take the time to consider carefully all options and move forward with deliberate care. So, okay, that might just go back to this. What I say, do your yoga, do your meditation, breathe, relax, one step at a time. It's very exciting. It's very tempting to just jump right in and go. I mean, that's happening anyway. There's so much fire in this. There's so much passion in this. The sun, joy. It's very passionate. But go slow. Take your time. Keep your equilibrium. Do your yoga. Do your tai chi. Do your meditation. Whatever it is you need. Go to the spa. Breathe. Okay? Super exciting. I'm so happy for y'all. Okay, that's all I have for pile fives. Until next time, I'm sending you guys lots of light and love. Namaste.